Yeah. What is up, my dudes and dudettes? Today we're on another episode of Will I Burn My House Down? Breaking out the old horrible freight welder again. Last time I welded up this monstrosity here. All that ooey gooey goodness in there. So yeah, I was using stock Harbor Freight wire that came with the machine, that's been in here since I bought it. Not really knowing what I was doing, not knowing the speed settings. Pretty sure I knew what to do with the max because you only got two options, and I knew that stuff is pretty thick and kind of the only thing that you can really weld on is max. I went to the School of YouTubes and did some research. Ended up, it's hot in here. Ended up picking up some tips from Horrible Freight. I watched a video about how you should use the Lincoln wire and how Lincoln's like the best of the best. Then I watched another video where they compared this other one, Forney, and everyone said it, not everyone, but the one guy said it was better. So I'm gonna use that because I actually bought the wrong size for my machine. I was just gonna pick up the .035 tips, which they had those there too, but they didn't have the little wheel you need for the motor to go through the machine, because this is a .3030 tip motor, whatever, wheel. Anywho, so I'm gonna change out the tip on this, and I'm gonna change out the wire in here. But before I change that wire out, I think I might just go get some more metal from somewhere, maybe an old brake disc, and burn a line on it, and then we'll use the other one in comparison side by side. Everybody loves comparison videos, man. I'm gonna go ahead and change the tip out though. The one thing I didn't get was some tip dope or tip glue, goo, shield, whatever you want to call it. Where'd my wire go? Anyways, it's in there somewhere. So I'm gonna change this out for these to cover all this, because this doesn't have gas going through it. So this is usually used for gas applications. I'm guessing it's just a pretty generic tip. I don't know. So I'm gonna use this one, which is for gasless flux core, which is what we're running. So that lets the tip stick out, and it doesn't fit. It's not threaded. What is it, a press on? Cool. It's not threaded. What in the horrible freight? Slip on fit for quick, easy nozzle change. Slip on fit. Slip on these nothings. Slip on you. Slip on. Slip. Yeah. That's so quick and easy. It just slips right on, huh? Nope. I got the wrong ones. Of course. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Dummy. I guess I'm putting this back on. It'll give some kind of spider protection and not mess up the threads on the tip. Cool. 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 It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna go get a chunk of metal. I found a chunk of metal to burn on. This will work, right? No? Just kidding. F-250 brake rotor. And it's rusty as all bejesus. So I think I'm actually gonna put it down here on the ground. Maybe even grab the shop vac and sand it up a little bit. Right, well, there you go. Was that a smart idea or a dumb idea to use the vacuum and have like sparks flying into like a bunch of debris into a paper bag? I don't know. It worked and it didn't catch on fire, so I'm gonna say smart idea. We got this kind of semi-prepped. I guess it's good enough-ish. I don't know. Maybe we can try and lay a bead down with the old Harbor Freight wire that came with it. And then we'll lay another bead down with the new stuff and see what happens. I don't know. It's going to be a surprise to me too, because I'm not a professional welder at all, anyway, anyhow. Let's find out. I don't know. It's hot. I got 2 welding helmets. One is the Harbor Freight special. They came, you know, you like buy a welder, get a free helmet. I don't know. I bought it. And then I got this little guy, which has the auto darkening. Put the little doodads in there. I don't know how to set this either, so I've just kind of been twisting knobs and pushing buttons and turning things. Hope I don't go blind. Also, one time I was playing around and I clicked it off and I sparked up. Yes, you will go blind. That was dumb. Don't do that. Are you supposed to just like leave it on and then like just like throw it on whenever you need it, or are you actually supposed to like off? Because like this just says grind and then that clicks it on to when it sparks up. Let me know. You're supposed to leave it on or turn it off. I don't know. I turn it off because the batteries are really complicated and I don't feel like picking them out and putting them back in. I have the delay set to minimum and the sensitivity from low to high, it's like 1 notch away from high. I don't know if that's correct. And then I set this dial to about 10. 10 out of 13, which works kind of well for me, I guess. This one, I set it on my head, and you can't see nothing. So, I don't know. Also, through the school of YouTube welding, I found out that you're supposed to protect your skin because you can get sunburn from welding. So wear a long sleeve shirt. This one is in fact fire retardant. It's got the FR mark on there. I used to wear this in plants and stuff. I think there's a spray you can spray on things to make them fire retardant. Or you could just go down to like a Goodwill and see if you can find one, which is kind of like what I did. It was a Goodwill for like work clothes and stuff. Put this on. Don't burn my precious skin. Also got the big leather gloves from Harbor Freight. Button a few of these up. Don't want to mess up my beautiful, the evolution of DPG. Shout out to Diesel Brothers, Heavy D, Diesel Dave. Funny dudes. Love watching their stuff. Work on growing my beard out. So last time I ran this machine, I think I ran it out of 6, and I didn't really read any of the information. Apparently, like for thick gauge, you're supposed to run it like a 9 out of 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank this up. I'm gonna run it at 6 again, just to see. And then I'm gonna do 7.5, and then I'm gonna do 9. So we get a side by side by side comparison. That's like all the sides, all the fixins. All right, I'll show you what I was doing. I'll show you what it does, and then I'll show you what I should have been doing, according to the YouTube School of Welding. Also, shout out to Strange Garage. You know, he showed a couple of videos where he was showing somebody else how to weld, one of his friends. And I was like, man, that looks easy. So started welding again, and then just snowballed into watching more videos. Of course, you know, hours and hours of YouTube. Shout out to all you creators. Pretty awesome. And so I'm gonna give it a try again. See what happens. We're gonna clamp. My clamp's not big enough for this. Yeah, it looks like it'll bite. Just a little nibble. Alright, I got a little nibble on the edge here. I learned also that you have to clean your ground area off, because if you don't, it'll spark. It'll go and it'll scare the mess out of you because it's sparking here and not where you're trying to weld. So I'm gonna have it set to 6. I'm gonna turn my hood on because last time I forgot to do that. Burnt my retinas. I got it to about 10. Again, I don't know if you're supposed to leave your hood on the whole time. You're just supposed to leave that dial while you have it stored or set up, or turn it off. I don't know. Just a little baby welder not knowing what he's doing. Just wearing his golden fleece welding gloves, not caring the world. Set to 6. It's on max. We got wire. I'm just gonna burn that off and then make a weld. Bead. I don't know what you call it. It's like crackling. Is that normal? Is that just a heat transfer? Is it gonna blow up? Is this gonna break? So many questions. So scared right now. I got my Harbor Freight toothbrush. Okay. Okay, man. Say hello to my little friend. So that's what that looks like. I don't know if it's actually focusing or not. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to 7.5. Keep it to high. And we'll give another try. I think that's too fast. It was like trying to push me away. Maybe I'm not getting a good contact. Maybe this isn't the right metal to be using. I don't know. I'm gonna go to 9 and just say. I think I tripped the breaker. It did not like that. So that looks like Dookie. That's 9. That's 7.5. That was 6. I like 6 better than 9. Also, I think I tripped a breaker. I like 6 better that wasn't so violent. It was like it was like pushing my gun away as I was trying to weld. Alright, let me go fix the breaker or whatever. Okay, so it wasn't a breaker, actually it was up here. I have this wheel of electrical cord that I had my welder plugged into. And that's plugged into a surge protector up there. And the surge protector is actually what tripped. So my breaker's fine. I didn't blow anything up. But I do know you're probably supposed to have this plugged into like its own dedicated outlet. And I have another one under here. Oh, I thought that one was used up. Okay, when I welded this whole debacle, I welded way past its duty cycle, and I didn't have any trips or nothing, and I was on 6. It started bogging down on 7.5, and it got really, really angry on 9, which according to this chart, for thick gauge, you're supposed to be welding at max speed at 9. So I was just doing what the machine said to do. I think I'm gonna keep it at 6, maybe 6.5 if I'm feeling frisky. And I'm gonna go ahead and change out this Chicago electric wire. I went through a lot of it. These things come pretty full. Most of the welds that I did are very highly suspect in bubble gum. Let's do that. Let's change it out. I'm gonna cut this. Cool. Cut that. Still a little warm. Still very warm. Loop. Run that through. Old wire gone. I got this on Amazon actually for like 16 bucks. They even say thank you. Take the tensioner, cut that little bent part off right there. Threaded. That on, that on, and that back on. I'm gonna put the tensioner back down. Got it fed in there a little bit. Boom. Okay. Straighten your wire out. Not your wire, but your cord. And pull the trigger. And there it is. You get the tip. Slide that on there. Okay. Your gas welding shield tip, because I bought the wrong tip for the welder for flux core. Give that a snip, and then we'll give it a rip. Sucker. We got the new 4E wire in here, so we'll go ahead and put this back. I'm gonna put it back to 7.5, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna go to 6, because I was doing 6 earlier. 6 was working fine, especially with this thick stuff, which I'm pretty sure is the max width you can do gauge steel with this machine. So I'm gonna keep it on max. I'm gonna go to 7. I'm gonna do it at 7. Anyways, I'm not cool enough for that yet. I can tell you right now, I already don't like it. I'm going back to 6. I don't know why it's so jumpy. Again, I don't know if this is the ground is bad. I don't know. If the torsion, if I tighten it down too much, how do you know if this is tight enough? I don't know. Try it again. Something's not right. Can you even weld on this? I guess I'll cut another chunk of this stuff off and let's see. I tripped the thing again. Right, well, I'm gonna cut off a few chunks of this stuff and get to welding on that. Gotta clean off all that dirt. I prepped up kind of like 4 little pieces here. I'll use my old sign. I meant to show y'all last time. It's to pick up your poop sign. So I made sure to clean off pretty much all the metal as best I can, but it's pretty pitted. I don't really have like brand new metal laying around to weld on. So I got this old junk, which I guess is gonna like simulate real world scenarios. I mean, it's like pretty rusted stuff. So like if you're out in the field, you know, working on your tractor and such, or you're on an old rig, off-road rig or something, it's gonna be dirty. You're gonna do a quick little job of getting it off as best as you can. And so I guess this is gonna simulation. It's gonna be a real world scenario. Kind of, sort of. Something's wrong with my ground. I can see it burning right there. I don't know why. I mean, I got this stuff, it's all clean, so I should have a good ground. What in the heck is going on? This thing's like shorting out. Why? I think it has something to do with this nasty metal. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe the tip's dirty. It definitely started welding better when I got on top of the clean metal. Something's definitely not right. I don't think it's supposed to sound like a machine gun. Yeah, I'm melting my ground. So that's definitely telling me something's not right. Proof is in the pudding. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna chalk it up to probably just very dirty metal. I found some more metal. It's still all leaf springs. Off my 250. Oh, Willie. These things weigh a ton. Jesus. Yeah. So I could just... Make some room. Yeah, it's gonna... Okay. Yeah. Whew. Not that difficult. Right. I went ahead and disassembled my truck. Took the leaf spring off. Just so I could learn to weld on clean metal. Let's try it out. I don't know. Machine still set at 6. Still set at max. I'm just going for it. It still seems a bit jumpy. I don't know. I plugged it into the wall under here. Maybe this metal's too thick. I cleaned the top and the bottom, so I know it's got a good ground. Frustrating. The only thing I changed was the wire, the 4-inch wire. Man, I have really high hopes about this wire. I hope it's not the wire. I hope it's just me. I don't know what's going on. So I think it's a grounding issue. I definitely say there's some kind of issue somewhere. Like it shouldn't have fused itself to this. God, that was moving too fast. Alright, I got the temperature warning. Too hot. Need to let it cool down. I think there's something wrong with my ground. I think that's why it's sputtering like that. And I know they make the tip dope. I didn't find any. I didn't get any online. So that's the only other thing I don't have. It's still too hot. Duty cycle. Dookie cycle. I know I overdid it. I was just getting frustrated. So, all right. I went down to the local Harbor Freight. Picked me up a new ground clamp. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and pop this one off. The sad little weak wimpy one. And we'll pop this one, big massive honking chonking one on. 8mm and a Phillips. They got a nut, they got a lock washer and a regular washer. Pair of needle nose, cram it in the cram hole, bend those tabs out the way. Boom. I guess I'll just leave this little connector on there. I don't know if I need to change that out or not. I guess we're gonna find out. And just what I thought, it doesn't fit because the lug is bigger than the clamp wire. Cool. I wonder if I can just like drill it out. I don't know. Let's find out. Sure, this one. Yeah. Yeah. You can. Just waller it out a bit. Not quite enough. And so 19/64. Oh yeah. My micrometer says it's that's a pretty close fit. 17/64 to 19/64. Love it. Boom. Kind of. Waller it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Brass monkey. Yeah, I don't know about that. 14. Snug a lug. Get it? It's a lug. Right? Isn't that they're called? They're called lug. I don't know. I don't know why I'm putting a zip tie on it. I didn't like the way it was just kind of flopping in there. And then flash forward to me welding. Still kind of spattery. Switching up to some real steel. Back on the leaf spring. Still spattering jumpy. I'm gonna go put the Harbor Freight wire back in there and see if it's still a thing. I don't know. The Harbor Freight wire, the Chicago electric wire is back in there. And we're gonna give it another rip. It works flawlessly. But I think I just ran out of wire. That makes me mad. But I only spent $16 on it. And I did get a new lead. I mean, a new ground. And a whole lot of new knowledge that I wish I didn't have to do. But when you're a Mancanic, man, you have a hard time finding it out the hard way. That's not bad looking. So I'll probably go back to Harbor Freight and get like some Vulcan wire or whatever. Yeah. So going back to Harbor Freight and we'll go get probably some Vulcan wire. So I know this is getting kind of a long video, but I'm determined to figure this out. And determination is the key here. So if you stuck with me for this long, I would definitely appreciate it if you go check out my other videos, and then hopefully just hit this subscribe button. You don't have to go watch all the other videos, but the majority of people, nobody, is subscribed. I think I have like 36 subscribers, and you know, thank you for all of you who have subscribed for whatever reason. I don't know. I think my wife's one of them, and my mom, maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, it would be a big help. I like doing this stuff. I like showing people, you know, it can be done. If you just have a willpower and electrical power, you can get it done. If man built it, man can fix it. So, like, subscribe if you want to. It's your life. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but it'd be cool to, you know, and be able to engage with the viewers more. If you somehow came across this video, if you somehow stuck with it for this long, I would greatly appreciate it. Click the little subscribe button. Went and got the Vulcan from Harbor Freight, gasless flux wire, 0.030. We're gonna try it out. 2418 after tax. I hope it works. We're back from Harbor Freight. I got the Vulcan wire. Pop it open, throw it in the machine, and see if we get better results than the 40. I had such high hopes for the 40 too. Yahtzee. And here we go. Huh. Hit a few rough patches, but overall, way better. Who'd have thunk it? New ground, new wire, new me. Who dis? Still a little stutter, but I think that's because I might be moving too slow. I'm gonna slow down to 5. Also, I think when I touch the tip to the metal, I think it's grounding out. And I've heard about reversing the polarity, where this is on the positive and this is on the negative. But with these machines, you really can't do that, because you have to you can't just swap wires. You have to get some kind of relay and a CAN bus system, and it's just more doing than what, you know, just go get a different machine. No tip. I think I found the secret sauce. Cool. Now, the only problem is that this is gonna get real nasty. I'm gonna have to go invest in some of that tip dope. I ended up taking the shield off. I think it was grounding out on the metal when I touched it. So, remove that. I'm gonna definitely have to invest in some tip dope. So I did this one with the shield on, with the Vulcan wire set at 6 speed. This one, tip on Vulcan wire set at 5 speed. And then I did this one with the tip off set at 5. And I like this one a whole lot better. And I know this steel is way bigger than 3/16. But with this new ground, new wire, no tip, set at 5, max power, I think we're getting somewhere. I want to weld some more things. Good clean fun right there. Good clean fun. That's hot. Okay, so this is amazing. And also like virtually no splatter. Like this Vulcan wire from Harbor Freight. I know we all kind of diss on Harbor Freight every once in a while, calling it, I do. I don't know about y'all. I call it horrible freight, but nope, much respect. I mean, that phony wire, might as well call it phony wire. I may have gotten a knockoff, I don't know. Vulcan wire for the win. I even did it on the painted section just to see, like powder coated painted, not just regular painted, but like this is powder coated metal. Wild. No tip. Free balling it. This was a straight pull. I didn't do any C's or nothing. I just did a straight back. This one was the C passes. These were the little C's. Speed 5, thick metal. Now I don't know about penetration on here, but it looks good, and I'm kind of just practicing just to see, get the technique down first. Let me see if I can zoom in. Straight pull, initials pull, gabagoo, tip at speed 6, no tip speed 5, tip speed 6, no tip speed 6, no tip speed 5, no tip speed 5. I like this one probably the best. This one looks cool. I just did a straight pullback. But, I guess it's not really great for joining two pieces. This one I did, I think speed 5, of course no tip, with the little C method. I didn't grind it. I just kind of took the little wire brush to it. But, not mad at it. I guess I'm going to keep at it. New ground, no tip. I need the tip dope though because it's starting to get a little messed up. I have another .030 tip for this. I don't know where it is though. And yeah, I wish I could reverse the polarity on this. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's doable, but you have to have like a electro engineering degree or something like that. So if I really want to get into this, might just upgrade to a new machine where you can just swap ground and gun and make it to where the electrodes pull into the metal instead of into the tip. That's another story for another time. If you made it this far and you got any kind of information out of this, or if you help me, thank you. If you got some information, you're welcome. Vulcan wire for the win. Forney, I don't know. It worked for the other guy. I'll go back and see what his channel was. But if you made it this far, drop me a like, drop me a comment. Sorry, this went a little further than usual. I'm gonna try to edit the video down as much as I can. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see me do some more shenanigans. I'm gonna be working on the Jeep. I want to get some new fender flares. I'm gonna get the new dual steer like I did for the 250. I'm gonna be doing a bunch more projects here and there, and show me some love, show me some support, and let's see where this takes us. Peace.